Here at Vauxhall College Luton, worldwide vehicle launch policies are devised and implemented. ProDrivers are the company entrusted with ensuring the smooth running of the new Vectra launch. As the launch presenters arrive, we caught up with Chris Lloyd, who is responsible for the college's drive session and workshop training, and asked him about the brief he handed to ProDrivers.
Well, the sort of brief that we give to ProDrivers is one on the specification of the vehicles, which they have to fully brief their staff on, all the various issues, technical issues particularly, and they have, of course, to demonstrate the features and benefits. And then, of course, we use ProDrivers for the actual driving events, for taking salespeople around various routes and demonstrating the car to advantage, and comparing it, of course, to competition. One of the main fortes of ProDrivers is that they're able to explain complex technical issues to salespeople in a language that they can understand. And I think that's very important because cars today are so complex and so technical that this is a very important advantage. We provide the course materials and we expect them to deliver the course exactly as we lay it down.
Once the trainers have settled in, the first session can begin with Vectra Communications Manager Paul Harrison, who wants to impress on the group just how vital their roles are.
This is going to be a very, very important event for Vauxhall and for the Vectra team. I'd just like to put into context just how important it is for us. Vectra is Vauxhall's biggest selling car. It's our biggest contribution to our bottom line. And there are about 10,000 people up the road in the plant there who are very keen that we carry on selling an awful lot of Vectras. What value do you think that would amount to over 12 months? £100 million? It accounts to 1,330 millions. That's the retail value of the Vectras that we hope to sell in the next 12 months.
ProDrivers management take a very hands-on approach at this level, and Chris Wood, their on-event manager, sets the trainers' objectives for the launch.
We're all here to do what we call a TTT, a train the trainer, which I know you're fairly familiar with because trainers are what you're going to be over the course of the next few weeks. And by the end of today, we'll have taught you everything you need to know about the new Vectra so that you can explain everything you need to the retailers, and they can go back to their retailerships secure in the knowledge that new Vectra is a winner, enthusiastic about the car, and the whole purpose of which is to sell more cars.
Before training proper begins, there are a few words of encouragement from the ProDrivers founder.
I'm Simon Davison from ProDrivers, and along with Chris Wood and Kerry Steele, it's our responsibility to make sure that the drive session runs right. And how this event runs, that's what we'll be judged on, just how this event goes. Extremely important to have fun, extremely important to be enthusiastic. So I hope it all goes well. I'll take my suit off. I'll be with you for the rest of the day.
To begin the formal part of the research, Kerry Steele delivers an interactive presentation to the group.
Does everybody understand what the J class segment is? Montero has one class and Corsa comes in another class. And Vectra comes into a class called J class. And so there's at least 30 direct competitors. So can you all think of what they could be? Sam, my little scores on the board person's going to write them down.
To provide the best quality training possible, the group is split, and while one half go outside for hands-on experience of the competitors' vehicles alongside new Vectra, the other group remain in the classroom and meticulously prepare presentations which outline the differences between the Vectra and its competition. The quality of these presentations is crucial, and they will ultimately be honed to perfection.
You've each got 5 minutes to present your argument and try and sell us your car. You've got to put the car over in the best possible light, and at the end of the 20-minute session then we're going to decide which car we're going to buy. So we'd start with Pat Flynn, if you could kindly try and sell us the Renault Laguna.
Welcome to the Renault Laguna, a car that combines style and Gallic flair and a supreme motorsport heritage. A car derived using technology at the pinnacle of motorsport. 6 Formula 1 World Championship wins, reigning British Open champions and touring car championships. We think we've got a car to suit every person in our range.
Those features, that's quite good. The estate, which we were looking at for you, also has self-levelling suspension, which is good for a good, nice, smooth drive, quite comfortable ride. Also has roof rails as standard if you want to maybe fit a luggage sort of rack of some description, put some bits on the roof. Security features again, which...
The engine ranges range from a 1.8 to a V6. Obviously a V6 would not be really suitable for you unless you're a bit of a boy racer with the kids. So we thought of maybe a 2 litre or a 1.9 diesel. Lumbar support in the front seats, electric windows all round, rake and reach steering wheel, air conditioning is standard.
Superb, deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, it is essential that the presenters not only know their subject, but also have an in-depth technical knowledge equivalent to, if not better than, other experts in the industry.
Okay, now here we have the new Vauxhall 2 litre Ecotec engine with the thing we're going to talk about now, the counter-rotating balance shafts. They're not a new idea, some cars already do have them, but only really the upper end segment cars. So this takes the Vectra in terms of quality and smooths, etc., really moving it up within the segment towards the likes of BMW, Audi, those types of marque. And what the counterbalance shafts do is they actually rotate in the opposite direction, a little bit like you may find in a helicopter with the rear boom rotor stopping it spinning round, because again you've got the huge blades on the top turning round. So that operates in the same way. So does anybody want to give me a few benefits to the customer of why that engine will be better?
Would that be a fuel consumption benefit?
Yeah, it would slightly, especially at the lower revs on tick over, because it's a lot smoother running engine, especially at the lower revs. You can afford to have tick over less, and therefore if you're sat in a traffic jam, the engine's working less, using less fuel. So yes, it does have a benefit with the fuel economy.
So we're going to look at some of the technical changes of the new Vectra gearbox and how that affects the customer.
With this level of preparation and manufacturer support, it comes as no surprise that, like all Pro Drivers events, the Vectra launch was a great success.